I'm Dr. Rebecca Lewis. I'm an audiologist and the audiology director of the Adult and Pediatric Cochlear Implant Program at Pacific Neuroscience Institute. I had the pleasure of working with Zara and her family on her cochlear implant journey. Zara's journey really started when she was born. She did not pass her newborn hearing screening at birth. She ended up seeing a few audiologists to do something called auditory brainstem response testing, which is essentially evoked potentials, where they put inserts, earphones or headphones on the baby's ears, and they look at her brain's response to sound and basically try to increase the sound until they see a response to those different pitches. And that's essentially how we can program a child's hearing aids based on their ABR responses. So her ABR indicated that she gets very limited auditory benefit, and the family's goals were really for her to develop listening and spoken language.
Is just her being able to hit the milestones in life and just be happy. That's all we ever want for our kid. I think that's what every parent wants for their kid, to just be happy. And this really just gives her that opportunity to do that and hit her milestones in life.
And then also to give Zara the opportunity to learn sign language later if she wanted to. We know that there's a window to learn listening and spoken language, so they wanted to make sure that they moved forward efficiently with a team that could get her to the finish line, making sure that everybody understood the process moving forward. So we did a lot of testing with and without hearing aids on to ensure that Zara was an excellent candidate for a cochlear implant. And we were able to do all of this in a timely fashion so that Zara could actually get a cochlear implant placed by 6.5 months old, and she could hear for the first time by 7 months old, which is amazing. She's a handful of children who are getting implants that early. And what that does for children is really gives them early access so they aren't playing catch up. They are essentially meeting the same listening and language milestones as their normal hearing peers if we can implant earlier. We know that's the #1 prognostic indicator of doing well with a cochlear implant.
I honestly am at a loss of words. I cannot believe that we're finally here today. It feels like yesterday we got the diagnosis and turning our grief into action.
Another part of this process is ensuring that it's a team approach and that all the players have been identified. So obviously Dr. Voelker, a wonderful surgeon, a pediatric cochlear implant audiologist, speech language pathologist, any kind of educational planning that they need to have.
The experience with the team and being here today feels super surreal. I can't believe I'm sitting here talking about this experience.
So we made sure that Zara had all these things in place so that when she got her cochlear implant, we could hit the ground running, because getting the implant and turning it on is magical, but it's only the beginning of the story for them. So they have great therapists that they're working with to help Zara learn what she's hearing. So the first day with the cochlear implant was obviously really exciting, and Zara did a fabulous job. All right, so we're gonna start super conservative like we talked about, because the goal today is acceptance, not necessarily perfect hearing, and then we'll turn it up more tomorrow, okay? We turned on the cochlear implant. She looked up at her parents, she looked up at me. It was really special. You are not bothered by sound, that's great. This makes a sound. Yeah. Well, it doesn't go that way every time. A lot of times children will cry when they hear from the first time because it's very new and kind of surprising to them. It's a new sense. Some kids are sort of frozen and they don't do anything at all. But Zara smiled and looked around, and she did a fantastic job. Zara. Up, 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 up. Hey, sweetie. Can you hear anything? Are you smiling? She's a big smiler. Zara. I'm going to turn her up a little bit. When she comes back to the office next time, because we've only seen her for her activation, we'll really try to fine-tune the programming, which we call mapping, of the cochlear implant to ensure she has access to all of the speech sounds so that she can develop speech and language. And we'll rely on working collaboratively with her therapists and certainly with the parents to ensure that we're giving her all the sound that she needs to be successful.
I can't say enough good things about our team here at PNI. From the moment that I spoke with David on the phone to the time that I met Dr. Voelker at the hospital to seeing Dr. Lewis on activation day, everybody has been nothing but supportive.
Because Zara was implanted early, because we have this team approach to care for her, we know that she's going to do really well with her cochlear implants.
Just making this process so much simpler and happier and putting me and my husband at ease.
It is a process. With children, you have to be patient to see these improvements or these gains. Just like with typical hearing kids, you don't see them speaking as soon as they can hear because they can actually hear even before they're born. So her hearing age is essentially only a month right now. And as time passes, she's going to learn how to listen and how to detect sound, and then eventually how to repeat these sounds to develop spoken language, just like her typical hearing peers. And I have no doubt her opportunities are endless.
This is her losing it, laugh and
Are
play.
you so happy? Say I'm so happy. Yes, I'm so happy. Yes, I'm so happy, 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 happy.